Alaupa, dear friends, welcome to this reading of the Feast Letter from the National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of the United States for the Feast of Kamal, Perfection. July 31st, 2019. To the American Baha'i community for the Feast of Kamal. Dearly loved friends, heartening reports reaching us from across the country describe the Friends' earnest pursuit of the goals of the current 5-year plan. Some tell of friends who have been serving since the plan's inception in clusters where programs of growth were already well established and where increasingly rich patterns of community life are now taking shape. Others tell of friends who labor where a program of growth was either nascent or non existent. Yet, even in such clusters, we are seeing the fruits of patient effort. The latter most often result from the successful efforts of homefront pioneers to advance a cluster from the first to the second milestone of growth, a level at which one typically finds an institute process gaining strength, capacity for engaging others in meaningful conversation flourishing, capacity to accompany others growing, and the familiar core activities of a vibrant Baha'i community life emerging. Over the course of the current plan, some 20 additional clusters distributed across 8 regions have similarly developed these capacities. Rockwell, Texas, a suburban community where a family of homefront pioneers has settled, is a good example of this. A narrative of their efforts shared with and recently published by the International Teaching Center demonstrates how perseverance, faith, and an attitude of learning are indispensable to our teaching work. An excerpt from the narrative follows. When our family moved to Rockwell as homefront pioneers, we were excited for the opportunity to share the message of Baha'u'llah with a new community of friends. Our experience as pioneers has helped us grow as a family and learn many new things about teaching the Baha'i faith. In the first few months, we took the time to meet our neighbors and build friendships, especially with the parents of the children our kids played with. When we wanted to start our first core activity, a children's class, we decided to visit these new friends in their homes one by one and personally invite them to attend the class. We had some wonderful conversations with these families, and many of them expressed interest, but not many of the children showed up for the class. We also tried to reach out to our neighbors indirectly with the idea of studying holy scriptures from various religions and looking for solutions to the challenging problems of our society. After some initial conversations, however, we came to realize that it would have been better to be more direct from the beginning about the person of Baha'u'llah and in teaching the faith. These first experiences, though disappointing, gave us an opportunity to reflect on how our teaching methods were being received in this community and to think about strategies we might try. One of the most significant things we observed was that true friendship was the foundation for community building. Every member of our family consciously pursued activities that would open doors to meeting others and building friendships with them. From coaching sport teams and meeting friends at the bus stop to approaching neighbors at the park and at school functions, we made every effort to widen our circle of friends. As time went on, we learned more and more through trial and error how to elevate our conversations with new friends. We found that being open about the love we have for Baha'u'llah and his healing vision for our society helped raise conversations to a spiritual level. As we conversed with these friends, we tried to pay attention to what they seem to be searching for in their lives. In response, we would offer to pray together, invite them to a fireside or study circle, or simply try to enrich the content of our discussions by sharing Baha'u'llah's principles when the opportunity naturally presented itself. The Junior Youth Spiritual Empowerment Program has been the engine of our cluster's growth. We were able to connect with a wider circle of people once our son decided to invite his peers to form a junior youth group. About 10 junior youth initially joined, and soon they brought others to the group. We followed these invitations with visits to the parents of the junior youth. We would discuss the purpose of the group, the transformative nature of the program, and the specific activities we plan to do, and would share that the program is based on the teachings of the Baha'i faith. We worked hard to get to know all the families involved through home visits and other activities that strengthened our friendships. The junior youth group grew, eventually coming to have approximately 20 members. Soon their families were taking their first steps on a path of service, serving alongside us to support the group as well as a children's class that had started. Some of the parents asked about opening a group for the participants' younger siblings who also wanted to participate. Because of this, several more activities started, and we now have 4 junior youth groups in the cluster with almost 50 participants. There were some efforts to reach out to local youth, involve them in the conversation about community building that was emerging in the neighborhood, and invite them to become animators. We realized, however, that the most effective approach at this stage in the development of our neighborhood was to accompany the young people who were already participating in the junior youth program as they reached the age of youth and entered the main sequence of courses. Another way we were able to expand community building activities was by engaging whole families. Once a family member was participating in a core activity, we would reach out to the other members. As the junior youth program gained in numbers and strength, we started weekly family devotional gatherings and firesides. These gatherings provided a regular occasion for deeper conversations about the community building endeavors and were the start of a process that involved a growing number of people in the neighborhood in thinking and learning about contributing to the betterment of their community. Dear friends, we hope that this wonderful description of one family's efforts will serve both to enrich and fortify your own devoted efforts to further the plan's progress and the advancement of our cause. Be assured of our deepest gratitude and our ceaseless prayers on your behalf. With loving Baha'i greetings, National Spiritual Assembly of the Baha'is of the United States, Kenneth E. Bowers, Secretary. Alaupa, dear friends, thank you for studying with me. I invite you to subscribe to this channel to catch more of my Baha'i readings, spiritual conversations, and art content. Feel free to share this video with any of your friends and on different platforms, and hit the like button. It'll actually help other people find this beautiful and inspiring content. And I also invite you to check out my Patreon. There are links below if you would like to support and be a part of all of my work, my artwork, and my online and in-person content. Alaupa, friends, have a beautiful month of perfection. Bye-bye.